Hi, guys. Welcome back to another episode of the Blondest Podcast. I'm your host, Savanna Boda,
And I'm your co-host, Tyler.
and today we're going to teach you how to do the perfect consultation.
Also, I hope you guys had a wonderful Christmas yesterday and that you guys are enjoying all the
Well, it was
products you guys
yesterday.
gave and received for Christmas. Hopefully you guys got some kick-ass products
Yes, we love skincare for
and
Christmas.
other great gifts.
And if your auntie or grandma got you like a TJ Maxx set, kindly donate it to a local women's shelter
Mhm.
and tell them, Grams, I use skin better or nothing.
Oh, I thought you for some reason I thought you meant like a TJ Maxx like matching clothing set and I was like, "Okay, damn."
No, but you know how they have those like skincare sets at TJ Maxx and
No.
they're like expired and scary?
I can't. I've only been to TJ Maxx one time with Josh.
Yeah, not great. But I hope you guys had a great holiday, spread the cheer, and have really been able to be with family and loved ones. And just, it feels like this year, at least for me, is like the first year everything's felt like kind of more normal since COVID.
Mhm.
Being able to just see family and just like be close to each other and like share food and laughs
Yeah.
and drinks and not feel so scared of like getting your relatives sick. And,
Mhm.
it's just been crazy. Gosh, I feel like it's like the first year since like 2018 that I felt normal with my family on holidays. So it was a really amazing year. It was Cyrus's first Christmas, and it's just so much love in the air. I love the holiday season. I am a basic bitch, but I love the holidays so much. I just feel like everyone's happier and everything just feels lighter, and there's just I don't know.
You love Christmas time.
I do.
He loves it. But speaking of being able to go out and like getting back to normal life, this coming week, we have New Year's Eve.
Mm,
Y'all better be washing your face when you get home from going out.
yeah. Don't be
I
crusty.
know how many people, because you know how hard people go on New Year's Eve.
I
So,
don't It's so funny to me. I've never gone out. I've never once in my
really,
entire life, I've never gone out. But I think it's because in my family, like, and especially like in high school and middle school and stuff, like my mom was like, it's just the most dangerous night to go out because people are drinking and driving. And even if you're not drinking and driving, like you can still obviously get hit by a drunk
that was
driver.
exactly my mom. My mom would be like, "You're not going to New
Yeah,
Year's Eve parties." And I'm like, "Okay, I'm going, but I'll
that's
be
funny.
safe."
I was not allowed to go. So I think I feel the same way now that I'm older. Like I used to get annoyed by it, but now I'm like, I agree. Like it's just, there's so many other nights to go out. Like I would rather just be at home, like curled up in bed, eat pizza and watch the ball drop. And I'm not a big drinker anyway. So I'm definitely
Yeah.
like to like just stay home. But yeah, I won't be partying.
No, but I was just giving a little friendly reminder.
Bitch, don't even say it. You're gonna be in bed with me, Lance, and Cyrus, eating pizza, watching the ball drop together.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, more fun.
Mhm.
But yeah, so this is one of my most requested questions. I feel like I really mastered the art of a consultation through the years and through me practicing. There's always like clients and situations and things that are like make you go, oh, I need to add that to my consultation form. So honestly, I feel like it's hard to know exactly what to put in the beginning. Just basically from places I've worked and just general questions that I've been asked in the past kind of created my own consultation form. But there have been some new things that I've added throughout the years that I feel like have really enhanced the client's experience and managed expectations. I always believe the consultation truly sets the tone of your relationship with your client, and sets the expectations on both ends so that they don't feel disappointed or discouraged. It really just kind of manages those expectations on both ends for both parties.
Mhm.
So, with the consultation, what are we trying to achieve? Basically, what we're trying to achieve with the consultation is one, you want to build a relationship and build trust with that client. You want to know their past experiences, and it's kind of like dating. You want to see if you even want to work with them. You don't have to take that client. Sometimes when I have a client come in and they start naming estheticians that they went to that I know are good estheticians that are reputable in this area, and they're like, I'm unhappy. They didn't do this. They didn't do that, blah, 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 blah. I know that that's a PETA client and somebody that I don't want to take on and cause myself and my team that stress and headache. Not all money is good money at the end of the day. And your time, especially if you're booked out I'm lucky that I'm booked out that I can really be picky and choosy with my clients. But even in the beginning, there have been clients that I'm just like, I don't think I'm a good fit, even when I was desperate for their money, because at the end of the day, this is going to burn you out. If you have a team, it's going to burn your team out. And it's just a lot of negativity, right? And
Mhm.
they're never going to be happy. That's a chance for them to write you a bad review. Like, it's just going to be a headache client for you. A PETA client is pain in the ass. I've only had maybe a handful of those. But you just want to make sure in that consultation that it's the right fit for not only them, but also you. So in the consultation, you want to kind of figure out, is this just a one time thing? Are they wanting to invest long term in their skin? My setup at SBA is we're here long term. I'm not just a birthday facial or my mom got me a gift card. Like, I'm not buying any products. I just want a facial. I don't do that. I am like, it's like a program. It's like a boot camp when you come to
Mhm.
me. Like, we have a goal in mind and we have concerns, and I'm going to fix it with products and treatments, right? So I always want to make sure their intentions align with my business. And I make very clear that, hey, that we're not just like a one time thing. Like, I have a very limited client book. I'm the only esthetician here. I don't work as much as I used to work. I want to invest my time in people that want to invest it back into me and want to work with me long term. So that's super important to ask, like, what are your goals? What are you in for today? Like, what is happening? Also good to know, even if it is long term, they might have something that made them take the plunge to get in sooner, like a daughter's wedding, their wedding, going on a trip, a divorce, and they just want to feel better about themselves. Like, you just kind of want to know, like, what's like an event or any life thing happening. And then two, that'll help you strategize what treatments and plans you want to do, like microneedling this month versus a hydrofacial to get them to that goal before whatever their event day is, right? Um, and then also figuring out what they use on their skin. It's so important. I don't want to know just, oh, I use a vitamin C and a retinol. I want to know brands. That's super important to me. So I always have them list out morning and night exactly what they're doing. And I love it when clients actually bring their products in so I can see them, because sometimes there's some weird ass brands that people
Or like a
have,
picture,
or a
just like
picture. Yeah,
anything.
either one. Because I'm like, I don't know what that is. And they tell
Mhm.
me, and I'm like, can you spell that so I can look that up?
Mhm.
Um, but I do want to be very candid and tell you guys, I don't do any in-clinic consultations anymore. I have a girl that does it for me, and she relays all that information. I read all of the information she charts down for me. I still do my virtual consults though. But I just want to put that out there. So it's been a
Mhm.
while since I've done like one myself, unless she
Yeah.
was like sick or something. And the reason for that is obviously optimizing my time. One, I mean, if I did everyone's consult, I wouldn't have any time to treat patients. And I feel like anyone can do a consult. Not everyone can emulate what I do in the treatment room.
Yeah.
And number two, they honestly get off track when I do
Mhm.
consultations. People just start asking me like way too many questions. I like to leave that for the actual treatment. That's your time to ask me outside questions. So it's just gets the consult straight to the point. Like, I get all the questions and answers I need. We never want it to feel rushed, but you know, I've just had times with consults I've been in there for 20 minutes over, because then they want to talk to me more and more and more. And I'm like, okay,
Mhm.
we can have this conversation while I'm working on your face actively,
Yeah.
because you're going to put me behind and I'm on a crunch, right? So it's kind of like a doctor nurse situation. Like,
Mhm.
my client coordinator goes in, gets all the vitals, gets all the information, right? Like a nurse would, and then comes to tell the doctor, and then I diagnose and perform whatever I need to do.
Yeah.
Um, Another important thing I always like to ask too, medications. And I'm very specific with that kind of stuff, because some people don't think about, oh, I take a supplement or I take this or I take that. It's really important to know, especially if you're doing microneedling, if they're on blood thinners, and things like that. And of course, Accutane is a big one. You want to make sure that they're not on Accutane, especially if you're performing invasive things. I personally, even if I was just doing fluffy facials, would never treat someone on Accutane just
Mhm.
out of a liability standpoint. And also pregnancy. So I do a consult. There's a long, lengthy one that we do when you first become a client. And then we do little mini consult check ins before each appointment, just to make sure, have you had any Botox? Are you recently pregnant? Has your medication changed? Is there anything new that we need to know? And to figure out, like, are you liking your products? Is everything good? Just that communication. Like, are you good on all your products? Do you need any more products? What are you liking? What are you not liking? Just really kind of gauging where they're at and how they feel about their skin, main concerns about their skin, and things of that sort. in the bulk consultation, the beginning consultation, I always like to ask, what are the top 3 things you want me to focus on? I've had a time in a situation where I really offended somebody, because I assumed that they were coming in for acne when it was actually anti-aging. And me as an esthetician, I could literally look at her and see cystic acne all over her face, and in my mind, I'm like, "Oh, obviously that's why she's here." The acne surprisingly didn't bother her, it was the aging, and, I did offend her, and she never came back. So even though you might see something, you just there's different clients. I have clients here that are like, "Tell me what you see, like, I want to know, like, do you think I need this?" And that's the kind of person I am, like, to my injector, to anyone, like, if even my plastic surgeon, I was like, "Hey, I'm here for, like, my boobs and, like, this neck lipo, but if there's anything else you see, like, let me know."
Mhm.
But other people might be offended if I was coming in for my boobs and he's like, "Ooh, you could do stomach lipo." I'd be like, "Ah, oh my god,
Yeah.
like, are you kidding me?" So you wanna tread lightly, and you'll kind of gauge in that consultation if that's a person that wants you to be more direct with them versus, "This is what I see and only what I see," and you don't wanna cross that line because it is uncomfortable and you never wanna offend somebody. So making sure you know their main concerns is super important to having a good consultation. And then also too, I like to ask them budget. What is your budget? I never want to make anyone feel uncomfortable. Of course, the skincare I sell and the services I have are expensive. So it's good for me to kind of gauge, where do I need to begin? I never want someone to have a low budget and me bring them to the front and show them $1,200 of skincare and then them feel pressured to buy it and then go home and have buyer's remorse, right?
Mhm.
So I like to know that up front. So when I'm like, okay, your budget's only $300, we're going to start with the basics. Keep your cleanser, keep your moisturizer. Let's start with a vitamin C and a retinol. Um, and two, I don't do treatment the same day because I'm not doing fluffy treatments. I need my clients to be prepped. It minimizes any contraindications, and it helps them get started on that skincare and get a solid routine and regimen and see how those products do before they start coming in for actual procedures. Yeah, there's
And,
there's a
like
lot.
and I like that you do that because it there's not even the option because a lot of people who come in to see you may
Mhm.
want to do like, they're coming in because they want a treatment, but the
Mhm.
fact that you don't even give them that option to do
Mm-mm.
that, and so, like, it's like they don't have any option but to get on the products that are going to help them because like
Yeah.
you say, it's like, what, 70/30, 6
80/20, but
eh,
yeah, same thing.
80/20, like,
Yeah.
80% products are what helps, and then 20% is, like, the
Home care.
treatments that, like
I'm sorry, treatments,
yeah,
yeah.
treatments that, like, give you the extra kick to, like,
Yeah.
really so I like that you do that because you didn't used to do that. It used to be a consultation and treatment.
Yeah, and it was an hour and a half, and
Yeah.
it just sometimes it'd be like, "Oh, well, I just want the treatment, I'm not gonna get products," and then they'd be like, "The facial didn't do anything, the treatment didn't do anything," and I'm like, "Yeah, because 'cause you're still using Neutrogena
Yeah.
and Mary Kay makeup remover."
Mhm.
Like, you have to get on the program, and honestly, I'm at the point with my clientele that if you don't wanna get on my program, there's other estheticians for you to see, and I know
Yeah.
that sounds bitchy, but I know what works, I know what gets results, and, like, I can work with anyone's budget, but it might take you longer to get in for a
Yeah,
treatment.
and,
I
like
mean, I do virtual consults where I get clients fucking phenomenal results without ever touching their skin. And that is just, shows that I
yeah.
am good at my job. I'm really good at getting people on a regimen. That's like my expertise. I love putting people on regimens. Like that just my brain works so good when I'm
Mhm.
doing like it's just easy for me.
Yeah, and I feel like it goes back to what you were saying about just, like, not being the right fit because you run the risk of having unsatisfied clients, getting
Mhm.
negative reviews, and all that sort of jam because they're not on
Home care.
home care, and
It's just like going to the gym one time a month and then going home and eating like shit for the next 30 days
yep,
and then being like, that personal training session didn't do anything.
yeah,
My abs, I didn't get any abs. I still have cellulite. Like I'm still flabby. I weigh more than I did when I went in. Like you're not going to get, people don't think about it the same way, but it is. It's
yeah,
just like going to the gym. Like you touch your face every day. Think about it this way. If you were to never go to the gym, but you started eating healthy every single day versus the person that goes to the gym one time a month and eats like shit every other day, who's going to be skinnier in a month? Who's going to look better in a month? Who's going to feel better in a month? The one that ate good every day never went to the gym.
yep,
And that's my whole theory with home care. And I've seen it in real life happen. It's not because I'm trying to sell you something, it's because I'm not trying to disappoint you. And I know what works. I only
yeah,
work with the best lines. I've worked for other people where I couldn't get access to those lines. Like I've walked the walk, I talk the talk, like I know my shit. And it's hard, but I'm at this point in my career, it's like, if you don't trust me and believe me, like, there's the
Yeah.
door.
And it's also like, I mean, if they understood it also, it's not even
Mhm.
salesy because you make less money
On
on giving them a regimen than you do on providing a treatment for them.
treatment's full profit.
Yeah,
I
exactly,
only make
basically.
50% off of
Yeah,
the retail.
exactly. So it's like, if people understood that side of it too, it's like you really are trying to do what's best for them at the end of the day.
I'm
You're
not trying to
not.
hurt you.
Yeah, no.
You know how many times I have clients come in and they're supposed to be doing microneedling, which is a $400 service, but they're breaking out, so I switch it to a peel that's $200,
Yeah.
probably 5 times a week, if
Mhm.
not
If
more.
not more.
Like, I could go ahead and just go around your acne, but that would be unethical because I'm not treating the entire face, and I wanna treat the entire face, you
Mhm.
know? So, it really comes down to just having that communication with your clients, and really your social media can help weed out those bad clients by promoting and showing who you are, what you stand for, and your policies and, what to expect, having that on your website. Of course, even with having all of that, you are going to have those people that don't read anything, don't listen, they come in and their budget's $50 and you're like, "You can get a cleanser and that's it," you
Yeah.
know? But it's an investment for sure, and there are other places for people to go if, their values don't align with what yours are, and that's okay.
Mhm.
It's gonna save you time and headache all the time and for the long run, honestly, because I know from the beginning if a client isn't going to be on the same page with me,
You can just
it's
tell
never
through
gonna
the
work.
consultation, and
Mhm.
I think if you're doing your own consultations, you'll be able to pick up on that vibe really quickly, and if you
Yeah.
do have staff that does them, maybe not at first, they'll not be able to get it, but I feel like
Over time, they
yeah,
do.
it's really quick to pick up based on the answers. If you have, like, good questions
Yeah.
in your thing that point you to if they align with your business or not, you'll be able to pick up really quick on it.
Yeah, definitely. And the consult's just so important, you guys. It really does save you so much time and headache and heartache with these patients. And also, too, having consents, having their before photos. I take pictures after every consultation and before every single treatment to make sure that we are on the right track because it's also a liability thing. Because if someone comes in and they're like, I didn't have this scar on my face until you microneedled me. Well, let's pull up the pictures.
Yeah.
Yeah, you did. Here it is, time, date, and stamped, and it can't be altered or edited, you know?
Mhm.
So it's really good to have that just to cover your ass. Or if someone tried to dispute a charge and say, oh, I never received that microneedling treatment on 7/18/2022. Okay, here is your face on 7/18/2022.
Yeah.
Also have camera footage.
Mhm.
Just liability places. It's really important to have that. And again, too, it's smart to cover your ass.
Yep.
And the consult, all in all, you guys, is really what's going to make your relationship with your patient successful and manage those expectations and tell them, hey, we need to do this amount of treatments before we start seeing results instead of them getting one microneedling and expecting their scarring to be gone.
Yep. And also, I really like that you do the mini consultations and
Hmm.
before their treatments because especially like this client may have said in the originally like, no, I'm not interested in an eye cream at all, or no, I'm
Hmm.
not interested in double cleansing, like I don't have that money, or no,
Hmm.
like you know what I mean, like a million
Hmm.
things that are not necessarily vital, but are extras that people
Hmm.
do like to get, and especially like just further their results and eye
Hmm.
lines or something like that. And so you have the question that says, are there any products that you've been thinking of adding to your
Hmm.
regimen?
Hmm.
And the times that I did consults, so many times they would be like, "Oh,
Oh
I saw on
yeah.
her story like
Yeah.
this product, or I saw on she posted a like a grid post or whatever of like
Hmm.
swipe through different things, and I saw this," and like they would add it, and
That's
like
just
that's
extra money in your
yeah,
pocket
exactly.
from
Like it's
a
something
5-minute consult.
exactly, and it's something that you never would have known unless they were to bring it up during the treatment or anything like that. Like you asking the question prompts them to think about what
What
they've
they want
seen. Yeah.
or what they
So,
think about. No, for sure. I completely agree.
I mean, of course you do. You're the one who put it on there.
And then also another one I like to ask is, are you reapplying your sunscreen throughout the day? And that's an
Mhm.
easy sell. If they're not, get them a sunscreen that they can reapply.
Compact stick,
What are you using to
anything.
dry your face? A washcloth. We're gonna get you Clean Skin Club towels.
Yep.
Are you taking any supplements? Like, it's just good because it's not about the sales either. This stuff works, and like if they're still breaking out and they're like, "Oh yeah, I use a washcloth," I'm like, "Okay, let's switch you to Clean Skin Club
Mhm.
towels. See how that helps," and it usually does.
Yep. But so you wanted to do a little test?
Yeah, we can do a little consult. Let me pull my thing up.
We're gonna do a role play right now. We're in method acting class.
Add you as a new client. talk to them so it's not so quiet while I'm doing this.
But, I mean, I remember when Savannah first started, her consult was not nearly as in-depth. I mean, but you were a little baby. But I think the more in-depth you can't go wrong. Like,
Mhm.
I mean, there are I don't even know, like, I can't remember some of the questions, but you guys will see. But I also the pictures, I remember we looked at my profile because 'cause I've been going to Savannah since basically right after she started,
Yeah.
and the pictures weren't always consistent and stuff like that, so definitely also consistency is key. I mean, before every treatment, I would try to take the pictures before and after. It's also a great way to track progress, but among that, it's just like we went to go look at my old like, you have my profile on there, and there are a
Mhm.
lot of treatments in the early days with your very first assistant. It's not always the most consistent, so
Yeah. So we're
it's
gonna do a current client questionnaire for you.
okay.
Have you had any Botox or filler within the last 2 weeks?
No, I wish.
Have you had any direct sunlight or sun exposure within the last 2 weeks?
I would say no. Maybe, like, one day I went out for shopping, but, like, I was wearing sunscreen.
Perfect. Have you changed or added any medications?
Nope.
Perfect. Are you currently pregnant or trying to become pregnant?
No.
Perfect.
Clearly not.
Have you saw have you changed, sorry. Have you changed your skincare routine since Savannah last saw you?
I added in the, spray from the new line you guys are carrying.
Oh, are you liking it?
I actually am really liking it. I think I've noticed a big difference in my skin.
Perfect. I'll let Savannah know. Are you taking any skin supplements currently?
No, I
Perfect.
should be though. I saw her post about that online, so I was thinking of adding that to my skin routine.
Okay, perfect. We'll chat with Savannah and see what she wants to get you on, and I'll pull those up to the front. Do you like your skincare regimen?
I
And then in
do.
parentheses, so y'all know, it says, ask them if they're still using all the products purchased last time, and we have notes to list them. Be like, are you still liking the Hydrocool that you got last time? Da 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 da. So that they're knowing that we are aware and know like what they have.
Yep, it makes it really personal.
Be like, oh, I saw you got Hydrocool last time. How have you been liking that?
Yeah. But yeah, I do really like my skincare routine. And the peel pads that I got last time are just really I've noticed a big difference in my breakouts. I think they go away a lot faster.
Perfect. I love that. Okay. Are you running low on any of your products that you need to replenish today?
I'm running low on the Hydro Balance and the CBD mist.
Perfect. I'll pull those up to the front for you.
Thank you.
And is there any products that you're wanting to add to your regimen?
Um, I did see Savannah post about the new Alto Advanced. I think it's different than the Alto, maybe.
Yeah, we'll definitely ask her and see if she wants you to go into the advanced, but a 9 out of 10 times, like, she's gonna want you to be on
Okay,
the advanced.
perfect.
And how are we feeling about your skin progress? Are you seeing results? Are you liking the results?
Yes, I have seen amazing results. I really like the last peel. I think we did the Perfect Derma peel, and
Mhm.
it did a bigger difference than the acne peels that I've been doing before them.
Perfect, good, we're so glad to hear that. And then today, is there something you want Savannah to focus on? Any main concerns?
No, I think most of my acne is cleared. It's just kind of that residual pigment. So I think
Mhm.
maybe something geared towards more of the pigment on my face.
Perfect, well, we have you down for microneedling today, so we could add the stem cell brightening, and that will help with that pigmentation.
Okay, and what's the price difference on
It's
that?
gonna be 150 more.
Okay, yeah, we can do that.
Okay, slay, I'll tell Savannah.
Okay, perfect slay.
And then that's it, and then you save it. And that was our current client questionnaire.
Yeah, and like it's mostly the same for new clients, but just
Yeah.
like more getting like medical
Mhm.
information and getting their home
Mhm.
address and stuff like that. Just basic stuff. But
Perfect.
I feel like that was a good little role play. Should we take a acting class
I think
together?
we should. But yeah, consults, you guys, I can't stress it enough. They're so important.
No, bread and butter.
And
Uh,
it helps you sell products too.
yeah.
And another thing that I like to do is know, like, especially for the first time they come in, if they didn't purchase everything, it's good to have a list. We keep a list of like what they didn't get last time so that we can like replenish it. Because you might not remember if you have a lot of clients, you might not remember like, oh, like
hmm
Susie Joe didn't get Hydro Balance. She needs to get it today. And she might not like think about it. And
Yeah.
then she's like only has half the regimen, you know?
hmm
So it's just as much as your responsibility as it is theirs.
Yep.
Yeah.
And having a good record keeping system for
Hmm.
consultations.
Yeah, definitely. Super important. Just charting and making sure that you know what your clients are using and when they purchased last. And you can also know too, like, oh, you haven't purchased your Mandelic serum in over a year. Like, obviously, they're out of it. Like, are you still using it? And if they are, like, are they getting it from somebody else? Are they not getting it from
Mhm.
your business? Like, it's good to know those kind of things and keep track of that.
Yep, absolutely.
Yay. Well,
I
I
think
think
that's
that's
it.
all I have.
Yeah, short but sweet. I mean,
Yeah.
short but very important.
Yeah, definitely. Just honestly be a good listener. Validate them. I think also I'm going to do a podcast kind of tying in how consultations can help you sell more skincare soon. Um, because the consult honestly is what seals the deal and referring back to those concerns like, oh, I brought you this product up because you said you had issues with acne scarring and after you have a pimple it doesn't go away. This
Mhm.
is going to help fade that faster. So it's really just good to know where you're coming from
Yep,
and being on the same page.
perfect.
Yay. I hope you guys have a wonderful Monday. We love y'all so much. And make sure you leave us a review if you like our podcast and see us on YouTube.
Absolutely.
That's it.
Happy holidays.
Happy holidays. Happy
Okay.
holidays. Sing it.
I don't know the song.
As the holidays be singing happy holidays to you. You know that song?
Mm-mm. Maybe if I heard it, I don't. Maybe did you do it justice?
Did I? Happy holidays, it's the holidays, be singing. I don't know.
Okay, we love you guys.
All right, bye.
Bye.